Well, that boy Cole on the ones and twos. Ladies and gentlemen, you know when you hear that beat, what time it is. It's time for the coffee break, y'all. Sports edition on TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach.
Yeah, who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper? Life is hell, we can make it mail and ain't nobody gon' save us. So I can really give a damn if you think that I'm wrong or right. I'm a hustle all day, I'm a hustle all night.
Hello and welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. Y'all, it's the coffee break, sports edition. So in this sports edition, y'all, I got some people that's going to join me. I want to bring my co-host in. There we go. There we go. Kevin Howe, aka the One-Eyed Scout. What's up, Kevin?
Oh, nothing, man. Just can't wait to get to chop it up with you guys about the Antonian St. Michael's game.
There it is. There it is. And also going to show up. He's been my co-host for Sports Talk in the room, and now with us over here on the coffee break, y'all. Show him some love. Phil Townsend. What's up, Phil?
Tell me about it. What's happening?
All
Hey,
right.
Kev, how are you doing?
Good, man. Good. Long time no see.
I know, right?
Yeah, y'all. Well, woo! We can jump right into it because we're starting a little late, man. We want to try to. I know we got a lot of things we're trying to cover, and the exciting game that we just attended over at Antonian High, the Apaches. It was a great game, So we're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna turn it over to Kevin, man, so we can talk about that and some more. One Eye, what's happening?
Oh man, it was a great event. Um, St. Michael's came in with Bo Ogden, Son Jinkle, uh, Disu, who signed with Holy Cross, Division One Holy Cross, and that's their big three. Uh, Taking on Antonian will be their big three. Would be Amari Guerra, uh, Jamil Garland, and Edison Onway. Man, I know we looked at each other halfway through the first quarter and wondered if we was about to sit through another blowout.
Man,
And
you know,
we'll get to the second half, but they made good adjustments second half. But and it just came up short. Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. We get it all out there, and then we can come back and talk.
Oh, okay. I was
So,
gonna say, what made it a second half type of game. But yeah, like I said, man, I even made the statement. I said, I looked at you and said, hey, St. Michael's might run these boys out the gym.
yeah, that's what it looked like. Because at one point it was 13-2.
Yeah.
And they didn't look like they were slowing down. I really think a takeaway from it was Antonian was more physical, which is surprising because St. Michael's had all that length. I mean, they had several 6'5" to 6'7" players, wings, guards. I think we I know you're going to talk about Amari in a little bit, but Amari Guerra at 5'7" was getting rebounds in there against those 6'6", 6'7" guys.
But he different.
Oh, he's different. Oh, I know he's different.
He for his package, he a little different. He a little different. One Eye. But go ahead.
No, I mean I know Phil's on there watching. Phil, I've labeled you the general manager. Uh, I see you over there
Damn,
taking notes.
he just jumped over me, man. God,
No,
I get no respect over here.
no, but I can go with what Kev was talking about is that it was amazing how much more physical
Mhm.
Antonian was. And I had even commented to Vance that I thought it interesting how much the refs let them put their hands on each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't see that much get up in somebody and put
Mhm.
their hands on them in the NBA. The,
Yeah.
the refs let them play, and I think that's really what helped Antonian stay in the game, especially the second half when you
Hmm.
saw Edison.
Hmm.
Is it his last name Anway?
On the way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anway? Yeah. When you saw him come out and he was just physical, taking it in and going, and I was like, it was really good to see. So whatever coach said at halftime. So two things that played into what I thought them being able to come back in the game and keep it, because at one point, there was at least 17, 18 point lead,
Hmm.
and they could keep it at around that 8 point and got
Yeah.
it to 6 and possibly even as low as 5 at one point. But um, it some of it was assisted. I was talking with Vance about this, and we both kind of agree with this, that if we were um, St. Mike's with all that height over
Hmm.
Antonia, we'd have been bringing those guards into play, and we'd have been running high pick and roll more. And I just kind of didn't see. I know they have the ability to hit threes,
Yeah.
and so I guess that's what they were, kind of living on. But it was a good game. If you just did the eye test on it and watching that game, it's a 25-point blowout. If you're
Yeah.
not looking at the score, but the way Antonian was physical with them, that made it a real game.
Yeah. It wound up being a 12-point game, but I texted our buddy Jay Fry and I told him, man, it was really a 7 to 8 point game. They just did the foul game at the end, and St. Mike's just kept hitting them. But I do think one thing that was different for Antonio in the second half, they used Marshall Hicks. Marshall Hicks would give Amari a ball screen, and every time they ran that, something good happened.
Yeah,
And
but it took him a while to get there, man.
yeah,
It took him a while
it
to get
did.
there. I mean, uh, uh, Kevin, that Amari, man, that dude there is a tough little dude, man.
I mean, he was breaking a full court press by himself.
His handles is outstanding, man, and and
Yeah,
and, and the dimes he was dropping, you
Kev,
Yeah,
know.
right. Kev, this is going to get back to how last week I was saying if that point guard would have only had 6 more inches.
yeah,
The way Amari uses, look, you see the way he's built. It's not like he's not built like a little tank.
yeah,
Uh, the way he's built and will take it inside, getting it up over that one other taller person, something else. But when they collapsed and you could
yeah.
see three of them there, then it was problematic. But Lord, if there was some way that uh, he could hit a growth spurt, oh my goodness, I love it because his handle is something else.
You know what? Uh, and I know everybody that excels works hard. I just happen to know Amari and his dad really well, and you'll see him, man. He'll be running the roads at 5 in the morning with Chubb behind him, so he has light. You know, his dad trains kids, works with San Antonio Premier, and Amari's always there. You know, we interviewed Amari, and he said the only hobby that he really has is playing video games with the guys on his team and the Houston Hoops guys. You know, Great kid, smart, doesn't get in trouble. You know.
Nice.
Um, I do want to point out uh, one sophomore from St. Michael's, uh, son Jinkle. Man,
Number
I really
3.
like you. Number 3, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I watched him. I found him at the next gen and put a circle, because he's going to grow into his body. I mean, he's about 6'4", but he hasn't had that opportunity in life, biological life, to put on weight in the weight room. Uh, so he's one for people to circle, and I'm sure we'll see more of him this summer because he played with ASAC on the Adidas circuit up there in Austin.
But Kevin, I do want when you mention your guy, so he's nice. He runs the
Mhm.
floor well. He moves well without the ball. Got a nice little tray. I mean, St. Michael's got a nice squad, man. I think
Yeah,
they made it hard for themselves. Uh,
yeah,
Actually, because they should have really just how they jumped out on them and kept it in. What's number 12's name?
Edison,
I always rely with you to have all the names and the stats,
yeah,
huh?
Edison Onway,
Edison Onward. For no. For St. Michael's.
St. Michael's.
That's Aiden.
The big dude.
Yeah, Aiden. Yeah, Aiden
Yeah.
Beasley.
He nice. He's
Yeah,
strong. And when he was down under that paint, even though
he was gonna dunk it.
when he was under and can get up, there's no
Hmm.
way. I don't know what I don't know. I'm not here to be no armchair coach or St. Michael's. Hey man, I'm they coaching, they got jobs, hey, they do
Hmm.
their thing. But just to sit back and watch, like I said, man, if now you guys pointed out what do you say, the physicality of it, that
Hmm.
Antonio became more physical the second half. I don't know. Them boys was right there. They just they wasn't going inside no more. They wasn't running them plays where they was like you say, high low pick and roll and getting down. Even Antonio went into a man to man
Yeah.
that second half. So I just think St. Michael's made it hard for themselves a little bit.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
I
think
love you, Antonio. I
I
love you.
think the physicality of it, just to show you how physical Antonian was to them, it it was a regular day in the park. The physicality that that St. Mike's brought to Antonian. Antonian, you saw the frustration with Bo Ogden. He
yeah.
was throwing elbows because
Hmm.
they were teeing him off with how physical they were playing him, and we
Yeah.
know he's the real deal.
Yeah. For those that don't know, he's the number 6 ranked player in the state for the 26 class. But it's been interesting that
Just to keep up.
yeah, that Jamil. If you go back and watch the way Jamil played him, man, he was 6 inches from him almost the entire game, and I think that was a key component. Again, I think Marshall, he he
No, no,
did things. He kept Disu at bay sometimes. He set the screens. He does the dirty things.
yeah.
He scored in the paint over him,
Mhm.
and I just think that, and
But
man, huh?
I just got to see a little bit more of just a little bit more fire on him, man. I like him, man. Good kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pop's cool too. Pop's,
yeah,
but on that court, man, and he's a good dude, man. It seemed like he knows the game.
yeah.
That sense, a little bit more sense of urgency to play hard. Now, what's number 12 for Antonio?
Edison.
That's where I wanted to get back. So when you
Yeah.
finish, Vance, I want to get back to him.
Yeah. I know you guys said that second half he raised up, being more physical, man. But to me, I mean, he's nice. He got some good skills, and I think he's another one that needed to turn it up and put a little
Yeah.
fire. I think he had like three maybe plays that I call "go get him." Let me
Hmm.
show you who I am plays at the
Yeah.
whole game, about three of them. And then
Yeah.
and he showed us, he got some hops.
Hmm.
Got to go get them from 48. You got to go them whole minutes, man. Them whole minutes. That's all. That's all. Good
Yeah.
guys, man. I love it, man. And coach, was Cardenius? No, what's
No,
coach?
Bernal. Remember
Oh,
Cardenas
oh, yeah.
played for Coach Bernal.
Okay, Coach Bernal, and then my personal friend,
Mm.
Coach Jackson. Hey man, good luck to y'all, and I'm y'all very entertaining, and like Coach Bernal, man, he's when I see him, he seemed like quiet, but he got fired up last time.
Yeah,
He got
yeah,
fired up. Yeah,
he got
yeah,
fire in the belly. Yeah.
yeah. All right, Phil, go ahead. My bad. My bad.
No, I wanted to ask. I'm not seeing his weight stat looking like it's right to me. His brother. We
Mhm.
saw him get out there and play some, but they have him at like 6'6", what 180 or so
Maybe,
like
yeah.
that, but they have Edison at 6'5", 165. He looks more than
Oh,
165 to
he's
me.
definitely more than
You
165.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Kev, being that this is your forte at projecting how you see them and where they'll land in the college ranks or not,
Hmm.
what do you see for Edison since he's a senior this year?
I think, you know, I talked to his dad. So I think Edison can play. I think he needs more playing, more games under his belt. Um, Edison is looking at schools like MIT and Columbia. So basketball for him may look a little different
Yeah,
if he gets taken by those schools. And but I know that he's hot on University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, um, and I've reached out to the University of Denver a couple of times because that's a high academic, and he's a high academic person.
yeah. Now you might want to explain to Vance that when you're saying he wants to be taken by Columbia, that Vance doesn't think the country is trying to take him hostage at Columbia. Vance, he's talking about an Ivy League
I
school.
should have warned you, Kevin. I should have warned you. But no, no, no. You've been watching. You was watching the game.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you already know, Phil. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but to be honest, Phil,
Yeah,
if basketball is his main route, I would feel comfortable him going to junior college,
yeah.
and I think he's a Division I type player. I do. I just think he has to round out his game because he's at a place where he can play the 4-5. I mean the 3-4-5, meaning the wing, the forward, and the center. When he really needs to be a three, or
Hmm.
in reality, in today's Division I game, he needs to be a two or a three.
Right.
And so he's not ready for that yet. And so it just depends on what route he goes, man. But I know that we've been on here a good minute, and I'm gonna do Vance a favor, and I'm gonna let you folks know that you're watching TAAN TV, the African American network with a local feel and a global reach. And we're taking a short break so we can pay the bills.
Uh-oh. Boy, oh boy, look at him. Look at him, man.
Hey, this is Gyro White and Ileana Nichols here, and we're here to invite you to the MLK March on January 20th. And for more info, check the websites and the social medias.
And make sure to please follow us at MLK_San Antonio on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, man. That's our two additions to TAN TV, man. They're doing great work for us. Ileana and Jira. And so they invite you guys out, this Monday to Martin Luther King MLK Day. to the march. So make sure you get out there. Make sure you wrap up because I hear it might be below around in the 20s. So make sure you wrap up in several layers as you go out there and march. And it's a great time out there, man. And TAAN TV will be out there. I sure hope those Mevos can handle that 20 degrees out there in the sun. Yeah, so don't forget, this is January 20th, this Monday, MLK March. All right, so we're back now. So Kevin, okay, I surely do that, man. I saw that. Let me boom 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 to the bang. Let me get up the district. Am I good?
Yeah, it was good, man. Uh, you can see the standings over there on the right, and things are kind of falling where we thought they would be
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning, with Wagner on top.
Mm-hmm.
Alamo Heights is in a secure second, and I'm just going to throw it out there at 4-3 and 4-3. Piper, that game is going to be important because right now they're tied for third, and you got people chopping at the bit. So you're either going to be one ahead, one game, two games ahead, or you're going to be fighting for that fourth spot. And the season's coming to an end, and so we're talking about like 7 games, 8 games left, and the wins are going to be crucial. So then we talk about over in 27 5A. Man, look at that. We this far in the district, 8, 9 games, and we got 4 teams tied for first place. I just
Well,
want
let's
you to
put a
see that.
smile on your face, Kevin. There's an
Heck yeah,
Edison right up there.
there they are. And we got a saying around our school that you need to have 10 or 11 wins to kind of assure yourself of the playoffs. So we spell out Golden Bears. That's 11 letters. So right now we're on the B, Golden B. But
Okay, okay. So are we ever gonna go check out the Edison? Is it Edison
yeah,
Bears, right?
Golden Bears.
yeah, we watched them with when we played Jeff. That game didn't go our way, but there's a game coming up that I got circled the next week or so that we'll go check them out at the Alamo City Convention Center, ACC. So yeah, that district is you have a bunch of wins or you don't, and you got a bunch of losses. You know, we're gonna press on to
Coach
uh,
Coleman and Sam Houston catching it, huh?
yeah, yeah. They got
Oh,
some
Sam.
good. They got some good.
Yeah, they got a
Like
couple. Yeah.
Trayshawn Spears and Corey number 2, some solid pieces. Just got to keep building, and John Jay's on their way to trying to run and hide. Um,
You think they'll go undefeated?
I do,
District.
I do. Every time, we say this is the matchup, this is the matchup, this is the matchup. They wind up beating the team by 20, 25 points. This time, we're looking at South San being 8-1, and that's going to be that's going to be a matchup. I think it comes in 2 weeks.
Who?
South San,
Okay. Okay.
we got we're gonna go, man. It's kind of we'll get to the games of the week in a minute, but yeah. Um, sorry, I had to check my notes to make sure that was right. But it is South San.
Well, go back before you
Okay.
leave the J District. That uh,
Hmm.
who got sweeter handles, Amari or Jerry's?
um, Amari. And J Jack's my guy, man.
Jay Jack, come on now.
J Jack.
Jay Jack he got right up and went to the gym right now. Nah, Jay Jack, hey, that's gonna be good.
Nah, he's nice, man.
Yeah,
But you know
yeah.
what? They
Come
both
on.
got
He know that's why I said it. If he sees it,
yeah.
I hope he sees it. He know.
No, and so what's interesting is Amari plays better defense. Amari probably rebounds more, but my gosh, they both can score at any given time. Amari has to score more for his team um, to be a focal point to keep him in the game sometimes.
Is Jerry? Is he a senior?
Jerry's his senior, yes.
Okay.
So he and Cam,
Cam.
Garza,
Mm-hmm.
Zach,
Okay.
the Jaden and Robles, and then Hub's a junior.
Oh,
But
okay.
one thing I saw today, Cameron Garza posted that he was a McDonald's nominee. Remember, that's nominee. Uh, he's nice, but I don't know if he's going to get to that level. So, but kudos to him. So let's get over to the Northeast District. Pretty much unchanged from last week, but now we're starting to see the separation with Johnson and Reagan. Yeah, I see you, Phil. Hey, Phil, we need to go check out Johnson with you because there's a guy that I think has made the most progress game wise as a junior, Ian Joshua over there at Johnson. Man, I've been having conversations about him in different circles for about the last 2 weeks. And then I'm kind of moving on because I want to get to the games. And this is going to be one of them. Brennan and Harlan. Harlan's only loss is to Brennan. And that's going to be an 11 o'clock game on Saturday.
Where at?
So, Northside.
Okay.
So,
That's gonna probably
What
have a couple people at that one, maybe, huh?
oh,
when you
yeah.
say when you say north side, it's
It's called Northside Gym.
So how we
I'll get you
looking
the
for the?
address.
Oh no. Okay, production meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Connor is staying strong. They've won 3 in a row, and Sotomayor has lost 3 in a row. So they wind up both tied in third place. Um, and then 29 6A, man, that just looks like a ugly district. But we're going to see Clemens and Steele coming up Tuesday of next week. And that'll be with the arrival of Latrell Hoover on that Tuesday. But for this weekend or Friday, Judson is playing Clemens, and they need to win that game to be in contention for that 4th place. To me, East Central's been a surprise, but you give a shout out to Zaire Williams. They call him Zebo over East Central. There's a very exclusive club in San Antonio high school basketball, and that is the 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds. And he's right on the verge of completing that
What's his
feat.
name again?
Zaire Williams,
Zaire Williams. Okay.
yeah. And I think the last was Tony Crocker, and I know Bo Outlaw.
Bo
So
Outlaw.
yeah. So we're
Hello.
gonna go ahead and take this one down, and let's put up the games. This is the time of year that I get excited because we get to double dip on weekends. Um, we've already talked about uh, John Jay playing Southside. Um, that's going to be an 8 o'clock tip off. So uh, I'm going to be there.
Oh, when now?
Um,
When is it? Where is this going?
that
What
one's in
day? What
Northside
day?
Gym.
What day?
Friday. The Saturday games
Okay,
are parentheses.
I see you.
Um, I thought about Clemens and Judson. Um, Piper at Veterans would probably be uh, the best of the Friday games.
Right.
Um, but I've said it before. I really like to be uh, separate from parents, just in the sense that sometimes uh, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or somebody takes something the wrong way when the three of us are talking. And Vance talks so crazy, like you never know what's going to come out of him. And
They better put their armor on.
but Saturday um, we're gonna uh, we're gonna be at Harlan and Brennan at 11. I'm pretty sure that's at Northside, um, and then we're gonna head over to Littleton and be present for the Clark versus Johnson. Um, that game intrigues me because Ian Joshua is a class of 26. Uh, Jaden Clark, Jaden Flemings. No, it's Jaden Jones and Jaden Flemings are both uh, 26s. So there'll be some good matchups, and it'll be interesting to see Christian Bergen, 6'5", great athlete, um, dunks everything he can, versus that front line from Johnson with Daryl Banks, Mark Anthony, and Max Doctor. But yeah, man, I know we're kind of wrapping up here, but
Yeah, buddy.
that's our recap of that big game we just saw, and I look forward to the big games coming up this weekend. And man, I'm just glad when we get to double dip Friday and Saturday, watch some kids play.
Yeah, that'd be good, man. Yeah, we're looking forward to it again, and Kev, Phil. I mean, some good times, man. Watching these kids grow,
Yeah,
man, and then building relationships and stuff like that. So there's gonna be some good things coming on TAAN. Please
Mhm.
keep watching the One Eye Scout. Because matter of fact, we have to get it. The reason we cutting short today, we getting off because another episode of the One Eye Scout will be airing on TAAN at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So tell them, Kevin, real quick, what show? Do you know what show?
Yeah. This is the second installment of the John Jay project that we're working on. This will be Zachariah Linson and Elijah Hubbard. So uh, basically, we had the 2 point guards. The first episode that aired last week. We'll have the wing guys and Zach and Hub, and then coming up later will be the two wing guards. Uh, Next week will be Jaden Gillian, who keeps dropping 30 points on people, and Robles.
And 40.
He's at a 40 ball.
Yeah, 40 piece. So Phil, uh,
Yes, sir.
you want to give a shout out real quick before we get out?
No, I just that it was an interestingly exciting game last night. The way everything ended up playing out, and so I look forward to many more of those type of situations. So yeah, um, just glad to be able to go out and check out the games with you guys.
Yeah.
Kevin?
And, my shout out would be to Antonia for being gracious. Let us come back a second time. Uh, Looking forward. Northside always opens the doors for us. So thankful for those districts. Comal's been good. Um, the other two of the big ones in the city, we're still working on, but we'll get there.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, well, there you have it, y'all. Another episode of the Coffee Break Sports Edition with two partners in the house, Kevin, aka the One Eye Scout, Phil Townsend. And so we got to get out of here, guys. Make sure tune in right back, y'all, to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, and catch a new episode of the One Eye Scout Show, 7 p.m. Central Time, as we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Be safe.